Hello Voltheads, you are watching the self-proclaimed, sarcastically named Captain KeyForge, also known as PJ Broughton of the Steel City Snufflegators.
And welcome to my KOTE 9 round 4 video, where as you can see I'm playing the Hamburg Atlanteans in Archon format. So that is my opponent's deck. They have got 5 cards that are going to let them steal from hand. Possibly 6 if you count Ghostly Hand, but that's so conditional, it's not always likely to work. They've got the 2 Shoelers as well that will let them steal if I've got 4. They're pretty good. The Pit Demon and the Library of the Damned are good. There's no Lash, but there's a good selection of stuff there. I mean, even the double mimicries, I like those. They could be quite good if you haven't got the steal or the control that you need at the time you need it. You can go for those. Mine hasn't got as much Ember control, but it's got better Amber control, because I'd argue Doorstep is much better. You know, you can be on 11, you ain't triggering. Theirs has got better in terms of there's a lot more of it, but my examples of it are good examples. If it had been adaptive, I would have gone for my own, but I'd have gone for my own just because it's my own and I know it more. And I do think there's a bit of benefit to be had for going for your own deck. I genuinely do. So yeah, as you can see, that's my opening hand. I've decided not to mulligan it because quite a bit of Sanctum there to work with on the next turn. I've gone into logos and put down the Australis Seaborg. My opponent Knochee has gone into Shadows, played a Poison Wave, played a Deep Bow, Spymaster, played Hidden Stash, which will let them archive a card. And then they've passed the turn back to me. Maybe I ought to be reaping with the Seaborg and killing the Spymaster and then putting Infomorph down. But I'll say this. My deck's not massively efficient. Theirs certainly was with the Hidden Stash and the Library of the Damned. So yeah, I've gone into the Sanctum. I mean, it's turn 2. They may well be lucky to have creature control in their hand so early that's going to get rid of those cards. I mean, they did have 2-3 Fates, and there's one of them. So, yeah, having one of those on turn 2's a little bit fortunate, but I'll say this, they've got 2 of them. So, you know, you'd expect one in the first half, one in the second, but having that card and it getting all of mine and none of theirs is a little bit unlucky for me and a little bit fortunate for them. So then I've gone into the logos again, put down the Infomorph, played the other Seaborg, pass the turn back to them. They've gone into Shadows, they've played Silvertooth, which obviously come down ready. Then played Nerve Blast to steal 1 and deal 2 damage to a creature. The Australis Seaborg. I'll say this as well, the Crucible, it hates Chelonias. So this is the 3rd game you've seen on stream with this deck. The 3rd KOTE game. My first KOTE game, you saw it yourself, at the end of the game, an entire hand of 6 untamed cards, not a single Chelonia. You saw for my opponent in the adaptive round where he used my deck, how many times did he play Chelonia? How much value did he get out of the Chelonia? And yet again, here we are, 5 untamed cards. I've got 2 Chelonias, not a single Chelonia in the hand. Brilliant. I just think that Crucible hates Chelonia. I really think Crucible hates it as a card. It's like, oh, there's Chelonia, that's got to go to the bottom every single time at the bottom of the deck. Really funny. So yeah, as you saw, I played out that big untamed turn. Didn't get any amber out of it. There we go. So he's played Mimicry and he's used my infighting. So yeah, I mean, again, there's 2 of those. So you'd expect to see one in the first half, one in the second. I've got to say, it's smart play, Mimicry, to use my infighting when yet again, because every single turn I'm beating him on board, every single turn, and every single turn he's got one of the answers in his deck to take it away. I mean, even look at that, Chota Hazari, the first time he gets in check. So yeah, getting a lot of the answers through. I mean, I'm sort of, which do I go with next turn? I can play 2 Sanctum creatures and doorstep for nothing, or I can play the Untamed and then Reap. So I've gone for the Untamed. I mean, again, look at that, Mollymork and nothing to destroy with it. I mean, to be fair, he hasn't got many artifacts, so, you know, but that's not ideal. I used the Ambermancy for the Pip of Amber. I'll say this, in my deck there are not that many ways to put power counters on, so it's a bit of a non-bow in my deck. You don't tend to get much out of the Ambermancy in my deck, to be fair. So he's gone into this. Obviously he's going to be doing something with the Tentacus. He's put Brain Eater back into my hand with Fear. He's played down Stealer of Souls and the Terror and a Pit Demon as well, and an Ember Imp. Is that it? Is that going to be it? And pass the turn to me? No, there we go. Use the Tentacus. Yeah, he was always going to use the Tentacus. Well, with the size of that board, I've now got to go. So I'm going to go Logos, and I'm going to play Think Twice myself. I mean, it's a shame that it obviously takes out a lot of my board as well. But there's so many creatures down there. I couldn't not use it. So then I've Reaped with the Infomorph to put myself in check. May have been worth killing the Ember Imp, but we'll see. So yeah, he's used an Urchin and an Earth Blast to take me off check. Yeah, it's a tough choice there, because I certainly wouldn't use the doorstep, not when he's that close to check. So I have gone for Sanctum, because at least with the Cleansing Wave I'm going to get 3 Ember. There we go. And I've got the Taunt with Sebevor. So Sebevor's going to protect those 2 creatures. Although I can only play 2 cards anyway because of the Ember Imp, but it was still worth playing the Cleansing Wave. And I think I've finally got a bit of luck in my draw, because the Mighty Lance, bearing in mind we pretty much know I'm going to be going into Sanctum again next turn, to draw the card that's going to kill his Ember Imp is quite fortunate. His Nature's Call to put Sebevor Infomorph back in my hand and Urchin back in his. So Urchin going back to his is a good shout, because obviously going to get another steal out of that. That's good play. Played down Ancient Bear and Big Twig. And then passed it to me. So obviously I'm going to take him off check now. I'm going to Mighty Lance away the Ember Imp and the Pit Demon, I think. Not quite enough for the Pit Demon. But yeah, got rid of that. Take him off check. Put down Sebevor as Taunt. Put down the creatures either side of him. There we go. And again, the 3 Fates is actually going to take 2 of his creatures out if he plays the 3 Fates now. So he's gone into Untamed and Reap with the 2 Untamed creatures. stunned and exhausted one of my creatures with Nocturnal Maneuver. I used Big Twig to stun and exhaust one. He's exhausted the other two with Nocturnal Maneuver. He's discarded, lost in the woods. So, as you can see, I'm going to go with the logos. Shame that he'd not stolen from me last turn. One of the few turns he'd not stolen from me, but you know, you play what you've got sometimes. Equally, shame that science wasn't there when we had information exchange. So he's played Pawn Sacrifice to get rid of Big Twig and dealt 3 damage to Larry the Lake and Infomorph. Then used Seeker Needle to finish off the Infomorph, played Urchin to steal one, played another Urchin. There we go, so I'm reaping with Old Egad, playing down the Science, playing down KeyForge obviously to gain 2. And I'm raising the tide to allow me to capture because of Seneschal Sargassa. So I'm going to raise the tide just to capture 2 with Seneschal Sargassa, because as well it's taunted, and he's going to have to use both his disc creatures just to get through that taunt. So he's gone into this, played Shula, allows him to steal an Amber. Use Pit Demon. Then he's used Stealer of Souls. Played 3 Fates, basically because it allows him to get the Sargassa. That's why he's played that. And actually has to kill 2 of his own creatures with it. And then he's going to be passing the turn to me. There we go. So I go into Untamed. I mean, obviously he's won at this stage. Play that. There we go. So enrage those. Play that card. Oh, look at that! Chelonia! Oh, you are actually in this deck. 2 of you. There we go. So, and as you can see, Chelonia last. If I get either of those Chelonias at any stage, I don't lose that 3-1. I don't think I deserve to lose that 3-1. I lost that 3-1 because my draw was absolutely dire again. I certainly deserved to lose it, and my opponents played some really smart stuff, like Mimicry into Infighting was really good. I mean, playing the 3 fights when he had it early on was good, but I mean, to me, to outboard you so early and you to have 3 fates, you're obviously going to do it anyway. But yeah, like I say, I mean, the Nature's Call to get rid of the Urchin back to his own hand was really good. As you can see, as a team, we lost, so we'll move on to the next round, see how we go there. But yeah, thank you for watching. As ever, feel free to like, feel free to subscribe, feel free to comment. Appreciate you watching. The next round will be on as well sooner or later once that gets played. We'll see how we go on there. I'll be interested to see if I get reversal, because I haven't had reversal yet, but yeah, also as well, you can support me on Patreon if you want to. But thank you for watching, and may the Forge be with you.